Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today in Europe. I'm Stephen Carroll with Tom McKenzie, and we're joined by Bloomberg's equities reporter, Joe Easton. Joe, good morning. Let's start with the latest in the saga that is the back and forth between energy giants Shell and BP. Talk us through what's happening on markets this morning.
Yeah, so it's just a complete back and forward, as you say there. So last night we had loads of excitement because there was a report in the Wall Street Journal saying that Shell was potentially looking at doing a bid for BP, something that's been speculated on over the past few months. So there's big movements in the ADRs, the US stocks for those companies. But then today, and actually shortly after that statement, Shell coming out and saying that they are not actively considering making an offer. So this is an RNS today. They also did a short update last night as well, but very much stronger in their wording today, saying this is not going to go ahead. So at the moment, BP shares are pretty much bang on where they closed yesterday, and Shell only up 0.2%. So basically, we haven't seen any action. It was all in the ADR, so lots of movement, lots of excitement. The general take from analysts is that this would be too much of a risk for Shell, given they've had a big strategy change recently, refocusing on a lot of their fossil fuel business, and it wouldn't be the good time to do a massive deal for BP. Those stocks unchanged today.
OK, Joe, from energy to retailers, H&M. An update from that clothing company, that retailer today.
So H&M looking really strong. That was one of the best performers on the market this morning. H&M up 8%. That's the most since April. The Swedish fast fashion retailer reporting better than expected second quarter earnings. Analysts saying that it was against very downbeat expectations. So H&M is kind of seen as a stock market rival to Inditex. The owner of Zara, Inditex, has doubled in value over the past year or so, whereas H&M has really struggled, hasn't really gained at all, actually declined a little bit. Now, the company says they're mostly doing better in the women's wear sales, so that's really strong in terms of that part of the business, and also doing a little bit better in some of the costs. So shipping costs not as high as they had thought they would be, so that's helping the margins. H&M up 6% after a bit of a bad run for that stock.
We're going to France for the next story, Joe. This is to do with meal vouchers, which most French employers provide to their employees as part of their employment. Essentially, if you don't have a canteen, you get meal vouchers every day. The government's shaking up this sector. What does it mean for the provider Edenred?
Yes, it seems to be kind of a niche market in terms of it is only really over in France and Europe where we have this market for these companies. Now, it's been a sector that there has been a lot of talk about regulatory change and potentially capping the fees that these voucher merchants, the people that make the vouchers, are able to charge. Now, there's a big reform just been published, news updates on the reform from the French government, so a publication on that, and it has not announced a cap on the fees. So that is seen as a big relief. Also, the French government saying that they want to make these meal vouchers more widespread and digitalise the whole system, which is seen as a positive on the demand side as well. So Edenred, one of the best performers today, up 5%. Another company, Pluxee, is gaining as well. Those two stocks rising pretty strong over in Paris, gaining on the market this morning.
OK, our markets and equities reporter Joe Easton with some of the stocks on the move in today's session.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.